Okay, so you're buying or selling a home, right? Then you've definitely heard the term home appraisal thrown around. It can sound a little formal, maybe even a bit intimidating, but honestly, it's one of the most critical steps in the whole deal. So, what is it, really? Let's break it down.
First things first, we have to tackle the one question that's on every single person's mind. Beyond the price you and the other party landed on, what is the house actually worth?
I mean, think about it. You find a place you absolutely love, you put in an offer, and they accept. Everything feels perfect. But that number, that price you both agreed to, well, that's just an agreement between two people. Does it truly reflect the home's value in the real world, on the open market? And that's where the appraisal comes in. See, it's not a guess or a hunch. It's a detailed, professional, and totally unbiased opinion on a property's value. And here's the crucial part. The appraiser doesn't work for the buyer, and they don't work for the seller. Their only job is to be a neutral third party focused on accuracy. The whole goal is to figure out what's called the fair market value. Now, this isn't some crazy inflated number from a bidding war, and it's not a desperate lowball price from a fire sale. It's the sweet spot, the price that a well-informed buyer and a motivated seller would likely agree on, with no one being under any serious pressure. It's the property's true, stable value. But an appraisal is so much more than just finding a number. It really acts as a kind of shield, creating a safety net and a sense of fairness for absolutely everyone involved in the deal. It is so easy to look at an appraisal as just another piece of paperwork, right? Another box to check off a super long list. But it's way more important than that. It's a fundamental safeguard, a risk management tool that brings real confidence to what's probably one of the biggest financial moves of your life. And here's exactly how it protects everybody. For the lender, it's simple. They need to know the house is worth the money they're lending you. It's their safety net. For you, the buyer, it's a huge deal. It stops you from overpaying. And hey, if the value comes in low, it gives you some serious leverage to renegotiate. And for the seller, it confirms their asking price is realistic, which helps the whole process move along smoothly. It's a true win-win-win. So, how in the world do appraisers actually land on that final number? Well, it's definitely not magic. It's a very methodical process. So let's pull back the curtain and take a look at what's on their checklist. They're basically looking at three main areas. First, the property itself. Its size, the layout, its age, and its overall condition. And of course, any cool upgrades or special features, like a recently remodeled kitchen. Second, it's all about location, location, location. What's the neighborhood like? How big is the lot? Is it close to schools and shopping? And third, the market. Appraisers look at comps, that's short for comparables, which are recent sales of very similar homes nearby. This tells them what people are actually paying for a house just like yours, right now. Now, this brings us to something that trips a lot of people up. It's really common to hear people use the words appraisal and inspection like they're the same thing, but they are completely different with totally different goals. This quote right here just says it perfectly. An appraisal focuses on the home's value. An inspection focuses on the home's condition. One is all about the dollars and cents, the other's about the nuts and bolts, the physical shape of the property. And here's a great way to think about it. An appraisal is kind of like a financial health check. Its main purpose is to manage risk for the lender. An inspection, on the other hand, is like a physical health check. Its goal is to find any potential defects for you, the buyer, like a leaky roof or bad wiring. Both are absolutely essential, but they answer two very different questions. Okay, so we've covered the what and the why. Now let's talk about the when. At what point in your real estate journey can you expect the appraiser to actually show up? Well, there are usually three main times it happens. The most common, by far, is during a home purchase. The lender will almost always require it before they'll approve the mortgage. The second is when you're refinancing your mortgage. The bank needs to know the home's current value to set up your new loan. And finally, some really savvy sellers will order an appraisal before they even list the house, just so they can price it perfectly right from the start. So at the end of the day, that's really what this is all about. The appraisal isn't some hurdle you have to clear. It's a tool. It's a source of information and power that turns uncertainty into clarity, letting you move forward on this huge decision with real, genuine confidence. So that number on the appraisal report, it's not just a number, it's knowledge. The only question left is, how are you going to use it?